Vietnam, if you're not too familiar, they have a lot of GMs. Like, they have a lot of pros, which is really impressive to see. I love how Mio Micah has kind of cultivated that scene and propped everyone up.
Yeah. Starting to see the rise of, like, Upley again, him starting to win some outdies as well. So, it's good to see, all these players, getting the development that they need. But anyway, it's time to get into our first qualifying match of the stream today. And by God, this man spawning in the top right, representing Legacy Esports and the nation of Australia. Give it up for the man himself. It is Ryan goddamn NXZ Jones.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have, representing as he is newly acquired by Archangel Gaming, we have the Vietnamese Protoss player, JusticeSimon.
I've seen JusticeSimon, play some PvZs lately, from GPO, and yesterday's qualifier at least. Now he made a bit of an enemy with Demi yesterday. From GPO.
Yeah. He took him out in the best of one.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's pretty well played. Like, Demi, I would definitely say is a favorite, not just in this matchup, but like in the region. So really, really well played by JusticeSimon, able to knock him out of that tournament. But it was a best of one. It's a lot more tricky. It isn't a full series. So I don't know if maybe he was a little bit cheeky or if he proxied or anything like that.
I want to say he was a bit cheeky if he got Demi a bit ruffled under the collar. It doesn't take much to upset Debbie, but
it is it's kind of known in this region. There's a lot of people that do get upset about various things, whether it's Protoss, whether
I call half my ladder opponents hackers. So. It's just because we have so much passion for the game. And it's like, no, I'm supposed to win this matchup. No. How dare you scout my Bane boss? I'm a dummy boy. Leave me alone.
God damn it, Quirky. Okay.
Now, we have seen JusticeSimon actually like to use this build quite a bit, especially in the earlier stages of 2020 when, Zest kind of popularized the build at IEM Katowice. We did see, JusticeSimon try this build for quite a while, but it could also be just a straight skip into DT and to Dark Shrine. But still, no, what should we call it? No, no scouting just as of yet. And the Robo did get put down at the natural. And there it is. There's the Dark Shrine. So
yeah, Dark Shrine does get thrown down. I mean, NXZ, he did scout the Twilight Council opener, so he should be aware. And in the previous series where NXZ has scouted this, even if he doesn't see the Dark Shrine, he typically does end up getting detection. Obviously, the big one where it was a little bit too late was when Pez went for his style of Twilight into Dark Shrine and snipe that third base. But yeah, we'll see how JusticeSimon plays this out. We'll see if he can get any damage done as NXZ is going for...
is getting thrown down.
Yeah, got a lair, taking his gases, getting his Roach Warren. Yeah, we'll see.
Don't know whether it'll be in time. That is going to be the key factor here.
Yeah, I think either way, these links could... Yeah, they do spot the Warp Prism moving out as well.
It's kind of easy when it's in the wall.
Yeah.
When the Robo's in the wall, that does help. Hey, there is plenty of queens for defense. Maybe throwing down like one spore in each mineral line, getting those safety spores is not a bad idea. But as a Zerg, you're constantly trying to cut corners to try and get to your macro, the best macro position you can. And so This is what's happening now.
Oh boy, this could catch him off guard. 3 DCs are on the way.
He can at least try and body block, and he is, you know, just gonna get the roaches. Which, to be fair, is gonna be enough. Not gonna kill a roach, but you know, no drone kills. Just damage on the roaches.
Yeah, that was actually really well done by NXZ. He didn't need any spores. His lair was nicely timed, so he got his overseer just in overseer just in time. And yeah, the DTs didn't really do anything. Are forced to morph into Archons. The Adepts didn't do anything either. But as we've seen previously, NXZ doesn't have any drones at his third base, so the Adepts couldn't deal any economic damage there anyway. And now,
you know, I still do that, but I just target the lava and it's like, yeah, you can't make anything now. Oh, might be able to get one Archon. Just unfortunately unable. Does take a bit of health off that warp prism. And Scholar reconstitution is about a third, 2/3, halfway done now.
yeah,
There is that lone DT.
yeah, it's dealing some damage, you know, gets 2 drone kills and forces the drone pool as well, so some lost mining time.
The Adepts get into the third. You get 3 extra drone kills, so JusticeSimon, he is pulling this army from NXZ, you know, which way is this gonna go? Where's the War Prism, you know, where are the Adepts? And it's just so many years transitioning into that Charge Lot Immortal. You know, the more macro standard Protoss army. He's got the Sentries. He's got the Immortals. He's getting his third base now.
Oh,
And
okay.
getting the Templar Archives as well. Maybe we want to go into a quick Storm as, you know, Storm softened up into those 2 Archons. Those roaches gonna melt like butter.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how I feel about Storm, especially against this roach heavy composition. It will definitely help, but we'll see how it comes into play. Again, JusticeSimon, he is getting his third pretty nicely situated. He's getting a bunch of shield batteries as well, just to make sure that he is secure. And yeah, NXZ, he's just sticking with, oh god, he's doing it again.
He's doing it again.
Oh god.
Dude, what's that building? Can we go back to the natural? Okay, what's the Evo chamber? So
Yeah.
for some reason I was thinking it was Evo, but yeah, somehow NXZ, he did it on the same map against Psycho. So
oh boy. So JusticeSimon, he did spot the infestation pit. He didn't spot the Nidus though, so he doesn't know what is coming his way, and this could just completely blindside him, catch him completely off guard. At the same time though, he is pushing out.
yeah, I do like this push out from JusticeSimon because you know look at that army count. Most of it is in. I mean, he may just have to sack this 4th base, which he will have to. Has he? Oh my god, did he spot the swarm host with the... Okay, he needs to be careful here. Should now.
He does.
I think with the shade of the Adepts, he spotted it, but you know, it is looking to be, you know... It's not necessarily swarm hosts that are the problem. Oh my god, those swarms built JusticeSimon.
Yeah. JusticeSimon, he's just pushing through this like the Swarm Host, the Locust Wave is on cooldown, like he has nothing, the dead supply essentially, the Nidus is going to go down as well, and has JusticeSimon, is he going to break him? NXZ, he just needs to buy time for the next Locust Wave.
Yes, he does, the Locust Wave on cooldown for just a couple, about 3/4 of the way done, but these Immortals, there's no War Prism here for Micro, the Sentries do go down, and even though it is a lot of economic damage done, you know, still, that's most of the army for JusticeSimon gone. All the Archons, all the expensive units gone, as, you know, majority of those drones do go back to the natural.
Yeah, and NXZ, he does hold, but there are still a lot of Zealots to be cleaned up. There are Zealots here in the third base, there are Zealots in the main, and 24 workers went down. JusticeSimon, he's ahead in the worker count. He's got his 3 bases nicely situated. Storm is on the way. I think, you know, JusticeSimon, he didn't end the game, but he traded really nicely. Oh my god, he's even going to get...
Yeah, Locust should be able.
Yeah.
But still, these Chargeless just being an absolute menace. What's in War Prison? Is that an Archon? Oh, it's an Immortal.
Yeah, it's an Immortal. Does have to be careful. It'd be an expensive loss if he lost that War Prism, but DT's even being sent out as well. Oh, there are no spores. Yeah, like Alex said, he was so greedy earlier.
Nidus as well. There's no Overseer, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh god, the DTs, they're focusing on economic damage right now, getting more and more worker kills. The Overseer is on the way, but it's just still transforming. Could even focus the Nidus, but it does look like detection will finish up, and these DTs will be cleaned up.
Yeah, and you get those Swarm Hosts into the Nidus there. Ryan goddamn Jones. He is, so... But where's the vision on the map here? Just, oh, okay, I do like that. Because now JusticeSimon, he has to play Whack-A-Mole.
Yeah, and right now JusticeSimon doesn't really have an army to deal with the Locusts. Like, he needs more Archons.
That's about it.
Yeah, or Storm. He needs something other than what he has. So,
but still, the Swarm Host count is very low, so I highly doubt. But here we go. Here comes the first wave. Oh, on A move, not exactly targeting the Nexus. So the first wave going to be unsuccessful there.
Yeah. It does get dealt with quite nicely, and again, JusticeSimon, I like his position right now. He's taking his 4th base. He has the Rich Vespian Gas as well. Like, he's looking really good right now at NXZ. He's just taken so many losses. To be fair, though, there is a lot of potential with Swarmhost Nidus. Like, if the army gets caught out of position, if NXZ focuses a couple of Nexuses, then Swarmhost Nidus can deal a lot of damage, but it hasn't been dealt yet.
But, you know, JusticeSimon, he is, you know, giving a lot of time to NXZ to, you know, at least calm down, at least macro back up as this Nidus. Okay, but he is moving out at the same time as the Swarm Hosts are coming.
Yeah, and honestly, I really like this. Again, this is just like what Pez did, where the Nidus comes out and is hitting your base, and no, never mind. JusticeSimon, please, just okay. There we go.
What's the important tech at the main though? Oh, but that's DTs.
Yeah, defensive DTs. I love it.
I do like the defensive DTs.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know, as you said, he's at least, you know, keeping JusticeSimon back at home. You know, making sure like he's not ready to attack him unless he wants, you know, Simon to attack him for you, and that is a lot of High Templars, a lot of Archons as well being made.
Yeah.
I still don't think, and I said, you don't need to push out with this army.
He's being a little bit too ambitious with this right now. To be fair, there are more swarm hosts on the way, but this could be a little bit of a mistake as the Roach Ravager, there isn't too much of it. The main army of the Protoss is pushing on through. But
the Nidus is up.
Yeah, the Nidus is up. Oh, he's losing a lot of Roaches.
He distracts the main army out of position, and you know, Swarm Hosts, where are they going? At least, ooh, okay, they're going towards that mineral, that gas-rich base, purple gas. But again, on A move, not target clicking. But does manage to take down the Nexus, take a number of drones as well. 19.
That was a lot of drones. In a second, 19 workers went down.
But now the main army is knocking on the door here for NXZ. Can he hold?
Yeah, and
Locust on cooldown.
Yeah, we've been here before. The Locusts are on cooldown. It's just Roach Ravager here, and look how many Mortals and Archons there are.
Yeah, even getting the reinforcements. But we have to see where the piles are. Nice up. Locusts are going into the fray. The Storm straight onto the Archons. But I feel like this is going to be it. The boy is getting pulled. The Storms onto the rest of the armies. And I think GG is going to be called here very soon. 21 workers, 23. GG.
And JusticeSimon, he fights back, you know, like he's definitely the underdog in this series, but despite that, he's up 1-0 in this best of 3.
Yeah. And quick update on the bracket. Demi, we're qualifying 2-0 over Ranger. Apparently game 1 was close.
GG, well played. Demi is the first to qualify today for the next round, and we'll see who can join him as NXZ. Again, a little bit surprisingly, he's down in this series. Simon just needs one more win, and JusticeSimon will be the one to qualify.
Ah, damn, we're glad. Why are we not playing seeding? Then we would have had Demi versus JusticeSimon. The best of 3.
The rematch. The grudge match.
Oh, man. Why does fate have to be so cruel?
Why indeed. And yeah, Simon, he played that really well. NXZ, again, there's a reason why Swarmhurst Nidus isn't as popular as it used to be. Like, by now, Protoss players, they can deal with it a lot more efficiently. Like, they have answers to it. Just like counterattacking, that's basically it. You're just counterattacking. Yeah. And the Zerg player just struggles so much to defend without those locusts once those Swarmhosts are on cooldown. So,
ooh, okay, we're getting first taste of this lobby.
Oh.
Of this map, it is going to be the Pillars of Gold.
Yeah, first time today.
Alright. Funny thing is, I got the lobby because I'm friends with JusticeSimon, so I was like, oh, he's made the lobby, cool. Like, but yeah, it is, you know, starting. I feel like Simon's getting into his own accord, you know, hoping to join his fellow countrymen and Mia Micah in that next round. So it will be, I would say this would be a good, like, way of showing that he's improved so much over the past, like, year and a half.
Yeah, this, like, if he does,
going,
if he does qualify. Yeah, if he does qualify, like, this is like a high point in his career. Like, this is like his highest achievement. So yeah, it's exciting times.
Yeah, well, we are hoping for more exciting times, so we are going on to the Pillars of Gold. You know, Pillars of Gold, where I keep all my trophies I've won. It's none. I've won no trophies at all. But we have spawning here in the bottom left, the Red Protoss representing Archangel Academy and the nation of Vietnam, one game away for qualifying for the ANZ champs. This is JusticeSimon.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the Australian Zerg player representing Legacy Esports. It is NXZ.
Ryan goddamn Jones.
yeah, currently down in this series, and we'll see what JusticeSimon can end up doing. Hold on, I do have to. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see. Oh, hold on, I gotta
like,
be.
Yeah, wait, is this Oz? It is Oz. I guess so. Like we're remaking. Yeah, so we're having a remake. Cool. Okay. 2, 1, and we are back into game. So we have the scouting probe here from JusticeSimon. As you know, the scout, everything is pretty standard at this time, but so that will allow JS here to get his Nexus up and running. nothing too auspicious at this very moment. Gonna get that second pylon base, and no proxy is at least tempted for now. But will NXZ go for that early third pull? I've seen so many Zergs been going for over the past couple of days. Pretty much every single matchup seemed some sort of fast third hatch. I guess we'll see what it is and what the tech choice is here for JusticeSimon. It is going to be that Twilight Council. So possibly looking to do the same as he was in game 1. That Adept is out. Ling's trying to chase away that probe, and that fair base will get taken. As the Twilight Council immediately, NXZ gets that Overlord in, does scout the Twilight Council, and is able to spot out, and they should notice that, oh, it's a Twilight Council. Actually, no, not putting the rowboat in the main team, I think. Just so many wants, okay, he is putting it into the main. We did see last game, he did use it as part of his wall at the natural. But I don't think it was necessary, but you know, it was a key innovation. I mean, there was no Overlord, didn't spot it, but this Overlord actually survives. And it is going to be the Adept Printer go burr build. As NXZ, his Ling speed is finished. Ling's going across that map. Adept coming back in. Second Adept on the way here. And the wall should be a wall. Stalker should be on hold position. Yep, it is. But that third is now up and running for NXZ. But do you notice he does not like to saturate it very early just in case? That Overlord still alive? Yes, it is. That could go in for a second scout and see what is happening. But NXZ hasn't moved it just as yet. But that Roach run just completed as well. Let about 2/3 of the way done for NXZ. So should have enough defense for when this Adept Printer timing does arrive. JusticeSimon checking to see if there's no Overlords up on that little thing, but does see the amount of depths. Does see it's 4 and not 3 that generally Protoss don't love to use. And does see the amount of depths that Clave's gonna be finishing in about 8 seconds here. The timing is right for JusticeSimon, but I feel like NXZ, he is prepared for this. He's already splitting his army into 2 groups and should be ready and dedicated for it. That army, there it is. Oh, looking the wrong way. Oh, where is it? There it is. And that is. So it looks like JusticeSimon is going to go for a split. A force at the natural gate, force at the main, getting warped in as well, possibly. But NXZ, he's already onto it. Going to make an Overseer just in case that it is that DT follow-up, which it isn't. That Immortal is also on the way here. More Adepts getting warped in here. I feel like JusticeSimon, he wants to go for that play, but the army is already split up. Shades are going to be going in. Are they going to finish? No, they're not. They're just going to keep on picking off drones that are transferring to the third. As Roaches do chase away. The Shade doesn't get committed to. More and more depths getting Shade in. +1 on the way here. JusticeSimon is confident that he can finish this build. Or finish it off with this build. Oh, another Shade comes in as Light hopefully is rejoining me now. As we do have the Adept Printer. Go build for your Light.
Yes, we do, as there are quite a lot of... what have I come back to? There's Adepts everywhere.
Adept Printer +1 timing?
Yeah, this is weird. Typically you don't see +1 unless it's like with charge lots. I've never seen it with Adepts. And okay, there we go. We have Blink on the way.
So he is sort of transitioning out of it. Maybe he was kind of expecting, what should we call it? Charge before blink, at least.
Yeah, it's a bit odd, and we even have Ranger chipping in chat saying that the timing for this is a little bit late for JusticeSimon. So, yeah, again, I wasn't here in the beginning. I don't know what transpired in the early game, but
standard macro, I think, the timing was just a bit late.
Okay, and yeah, instead, JusticeSimon, as you're saying, he's starting to transition. He's getting his third base, which is actually quite close to the natural, looking at this map now. Wow, okay. So it's at in a pretty defensible position, and yeah, we see him starting to switch into Blink Stalkers of all things.
Yeah, as do see NXZ, staying on that roach, getting the Baneling nest now. So trying to diversify his portfolio here.
Yeah, getting Banelings, getting +1 range as well, still sticking with that Roach Ravager. Something that's a little bit interesting is that we haven't really seen NXZ go for Hydras in ZVP.
Yeah, generally you wouldn't get him around this time, you would get him a bit later. Because Roaches are, so tough and able to deal with most threats, so you wouldn't necessarily see them as see up the Holy Phoenixes. Just getting a scout. Seeing that, seeing if there's a Spire maybe, but no Spire as of yet.
Yeah. And I meant more as like in general, like in ZVP, like we've casted quite a few of them. ZVP, yeah, for NXZ, and he's opted not to go for Aegis, period. Sticking to more of this Roach Ravager Ling Bane composition, and yeah, so far it's been working for him, and it hurts the Protoss a little bit because Storm is a lot more common because of how more common like Ling Bane Hydra is, and since NXZ is opting for more Roach heavy style, then yeah.
Well, JusticeSimon is pushing out. I don't think, I don't think it's a strong enough army, especially when I think your Warp Prism got, still trying to drop off units into the main.
Yo, are we casting NXZ or Stefano? Like, he's maxed out on Roaches.
Jesus!
He's completely maxed out on Roaches. Oh,
Roach
boy.
Ling can get Banes as well. Centrifugal hooks about to be, finished as well, and against 5 Immortals, like 6 Sentries, and a ton of Adepts with Glaives? It's a 50-50 matchup, let's be honest.
Yeah, I do like there are a lot of shield batteries and cannons here defensively. The SimCity is okay as well, so maybe JusticeSimon can hold on. A lot of it will depend on the force fields. Again, there aren't too many Ravagers, so force fields are going to do amazingly well in this. But NXZ looks like he's trying to find an angle.
Yeah, he's trying to go for the flanking position. And actually, the natural wall is a bit flanked. Here comes the force fields. Not the best, as the Banelings are just going to keep it rolling through, but there are the force fields that we know JusticeSimon for. And look at that amount of energy that is spent by the sentries, but is it going to be enough? There are Roaches pushing onto that natural wall. The Immortals are going down. The Warp Prism is there for Marco, but there's the first storm. But it's not what you need as JusticeSimon.
I think, he holds.
He holds with the reinforcing Stalkers.
And he doesn't just hold, he keeps 3 of his Immortals alive. Another reinforcing Immortal joins up with the main army, and yeah, nicely done. He doesn't lose any workers. His economy is fine behind this. We'll see if he ends up throwing down the 4th base or if he decides to just go for a counterattack.
Well, he is going to throw up that 4th base. He's going to answer you that question immediately, Light.
Yeah, here we go. He's on point, throwing down that 4th. He is going for a bit of harassment damage. Isn't too confident. Oh, okay. I do like this. It may be a little bit too late, and it may or just be scattered by this Warp Prism. We'll see. No, he does. Yeah, backs off.
Threat of the Spore Crawler too much.
Yeah, and because of this, the Spire... Yeah, go with the Biles. The Spire will go unscouted, and this will be a nice opportunity for a bit of a meter switch. There isn't,
but there's already the counter. There's already Blink Stalkers. Archons can be made. It's very difficult. Especially since JusticeSimon has gone for a Dark Shrine as well as the Templar Archive, so it's what potentially can be done. Oh, I do like the sandwiching, but playing it safe, nice and safe, and charge lot run by, and that third, as well as the DTs.
Yeah.
It's going to get cleaned up.
Yeah, there is detection already here in position. The army was already nearby as well, so it doesn't really do too much. Nice defense here by NXZ, and there we go. We do have those mutalisks on the way. Again, when it comes to the main army, I don't think they'll do too much, but, you know, harassing, like diving into mineral lines, they could find a lot of damage there.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how effective those mutas can be and whether they get scouted in time. As they are out. No upgrades for him just yet, so no +1 flying weapons or carapace. As it's going to be Lingbane Roach Muta seems to be the call of the day here.
Yeah, he's just getting a little bit of everything, and we'll see if these mutalisks pay off. Yeah, Simon, he is moving out, so his army won't be in position for these mutalisks. There
are cannons in the main.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, not in the main.
Yeah, they're just at the fourth base, so these mutalisks, they're going to deal some damage.
Yeah, at least some drone damage. Maybe get a building or two. Immediate warp in. Back at home, these stalkers have to be very, very careful.
Yeah. 15 workers already going down, and at the same time, NXZ, he's pushing in.
Main push. The third base that he tried so desperately to try. And yet he may get again. Oh, he could get those High Templar. He goes the one Bailey. But gets
he backs
so
off.
many workers. Does back off as there was, I think, a charge lot run by.
Yeah, there are zealots attacking, and it looks like the majority of the mutalisks did get cleaned up, and the majority of those lanes got cleaned up as well. So Simon, you know, we have equal worker counts, which is always what you want as a Protoss player. His main army is still looking very strong. There's a lot of energy on those High Templar as well. Jesus Christ, the storm potential is definitely there. Does have to be a bit careful though.
Yeah.
And now with two maxed out armies, I have to favor the Protoss player in this situation.
It depends what type of engage and flank that Zerg can have. I mean, there's not enough Banelings here just of yet, and now he needs to move in. Where are they stormed? The Banelings! They're getting into the High Templar!
Oh god.
But they stormed, rotting so much damage. And the main bulk of the army remains. But no High Templar with energy out here. Stalkers trying to blink on by, but Lings trying to surround these Blink Stalkers. This one Archon could be a hero, but I'm pretty sure that's just going to be the fourth having to be sacrificed.
Yeah, the fourth goes down. He hasn't lost very many workers, but JusticeSimon did win the main army fight. But as you were pointing out, he lost all his High Templar in the process. Like, those Baneling connections were so good. So many High Templar went down, and they both kind of go blow for blow and have to back off. JusticeSimon has to be a little bit careful not to lose all his immortals.
Yep. Has to be careful to surround the Baneling connections. Not exactly what they wanted to be on. The High Templar are still alive. Where are those storms? I don't think they have enough energy, but I think this might be it. All the immortals survive, all the Archons as well. Another round of warp-ins. And look at that supply. 134 to 134. This is not what you want as a Zerg.
I mean, NXZ just needs to buy time, you know, like JusticeSimon, he's going for this base, that's fine. NXZ, he's waiting for his Banelings, his reinforcements to come out.
Oh my god, this forward. I thought that that forward High Templar could actually do damage, you know, storm those cocooning Banelings, but look at those storms, they're just blanketing the army.
Jesus.
And JusticeSimon, he's pushing in, he wants to qualify, he wants to join the greats of this region, and he is proving himself here. GG, JusticeSimon qualifies for the second round.
Wow, GG, well played. JusticeSimon, of all people, qualifies in the upper bracket.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I would have never have foreseen this, because among people like Hut, Pez, even NXZ, Azure, like, JusticeSimon is the one who makes it through the gauntlet, and he qualifies for ANZ champs.
Yeah. Well, now let's take a look at that lower bracket. I mean, it's so good, and he just got a new team. He qualifies for the next round. It's just something you got to be feeling on top of the world.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get to talk about it much, but yeah, JusticeSimon, he joined a new team. I think it was last week. It's
literally a day.
Yeah. It's really odd to see him not representing Alpha X. He's done so for, I think, 2 years. He's been on that team. And yeah, he left Alpha X. He went on for Greater Pastures. You know, he's on like a team. You know, he's on. I imagine he gets more benefits. That's why he joined it. And yeah, he's repping that team strongly here, qualifying over NXZ.
Oh my god! Azure gets knocked out 2-0 by Runamok.
What? Hold on. Okay. Look, I'm not saying that Runamok isn't good, but 2-0 Azure? I would have. Okay, look, today's the day of upsets right now. Like, Jesus Christ. Are we sure that that's actually Runamok and that's not Pro playing? Because they do live together.
So I just have to call in Jeebus for a moment.